Hey, what's up, Musers? This is John at Muse for You, here to help you build awesome websites without code. And I'm really excited to be doing today's video tutorial. I'm going to be showcasing the icon animation widget found at museforyoushop.com. So with this widget, I'm going to go right into the preview. I really like these effects. They're very fluid and they almost remind me of kind of After Effects animations, just because they're so fluid, and they're using a pretty modern script to create these animations, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into the preview, and then I'll explain more about the widget afterwards. So if I click on the preview page and I click on the first animation, we can see it has a really interesting animation. Then we go to the second one, there's the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, the sixth one, seventh, the eighth. I really like this one here. And as you can see, these animations are really fluid and they look really nice. And 10 and 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And then you can also combine any of these animations together. You could actually combine all 16 together and have this like really out there animation. So if I click on this one where 4 animations are combined, we can see there's more animations there. So you can combine them, and then when you click on the icon, all the animations will play together. You can also make the icon transparent and put the animation over any element on your Adobe Muse website. So that's the preview. It also works on mobile. So I have my mobile device here. Okay, so here I have my mobile device, and if I tap with my finger, we can see the animations play, and they look really nice. So this is using a really interesting technology right now, where these animations are actually drawn with SVG lines, and that's how they are so fluid. And I'm not going to go too much into the code or into detail, but it's pretty much, for me, it's kind of like a game changer for the way animations are done on the internet. So it's a lot of fun. And let me go back down and just preview more of these. So we can start getting more kind of like those really cool After Effects animations now with the web. And I think it's really exciting for web design right now. And I'm really excited about it. So there we go. And yeah, I tapped a few times there. There's that one. There's this one and this one. Yeah, some of my tapping is a little bit, I tapped twice. And then this one that animates like that. Yep. So there we go. I'll go back up here, and yeah, there's that one, that one, that one, and that one. All right. So yeah, I'll just get into the tutorial and I'll explain more about these animations or the widget. Here you can preview all the widgets. You can use the menu to check out the different animations and things like that. And here's the combined one. So that looks good and great. So I'll go back to the shop and I'll just explain a little bit more about the widget and what you can do with it. So here, yeah, I just explained that I'm using the very fluid Mo.js animation script, and I'm going to try to make that more accessible for Adobe Muse users. Adobe Muse users, or musers, like I like to say in the beginning of the video tutorial. But yeah, I'm going to try to make it more accessible so you can start creating really fluid animations in your Adobe Muse website. So that's just something that I'm looking at right now. So with this widget, there's 16 icon animations. You can choose from over 600 font awesome icons. You can make the icon transparent and place over any element on your Adobe Muse website. You can add multiple icons and animations. You just have to change the instance number. You can combine animations onto a single icon. You can continuously trigger the animation or trigger every other click. All the colors are customizable in the icon and the animation. You can select a custom cursor for the icon animation, and it works on mobile. And all you have to do is drag it onto your Adobe Muse website, style the icons and animations, and that's pretty much it. So here I have some widget options, and I'll go over all of this in this video tutorial. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. But before I do that, to gain access to this widget, you simply go to museforyoushop.com, and then you can click on the pop-up here. And here you can click subscribe to get access to all widgets and any new widgets I come out with. Or if you'd like to subscribe with PayPal, you can click here and subscribe with PayPal. If you'd like to purchase the widget individually, you can click here on the icon animation widget, and then you can click on add to cart to purchase individually. Or again, you can get access to all widgets and any new widgets I come out with for $39 a year by clicking here. So yep, and I went over all this here, and here's the preview page. So I'll go ahead and jump right into Adobe Muse. Just go into Adobe Muse. I'll go to File, New Site, and I'll click OK, and I'll click on the home page here. And then once you get access to the widget, or you get the widget, you simply unzip the zip file. It comes in a zip file, and then you double click on the .mulib file to install the widget, and it'll automatically install into Adobe Muse. And then it installs into your library panel. If you don't see your library panel, you can just click here on the library panel. If you don't see it, you can go to Window and then click on Library, and that'll bring up the library panel. So now I'm going to scroll down to the icon animation widget, and I have it right here. So the first thing we see, it says add first. This is the first widget. So this one you want to click, hold, and drag and place onto your Adobe Muse website, and place right at the very top. So this has to be at the top of everything. And then we have icon animations 1 through 16, and then we have join animation if you want to combine animations. So I'll just go ahead and place an animation. So I'll place this first one in, and here we have the icon, and then we can choose from all the icons here, and the instance number is 1 because it's the only one we have on here right now. And then I can change the size. I can say 12. Now the animation doesn't change size, but it still looks good because it's centered within the animation. So if I go to File, Preview Page, and Browser, and I click, we can see that animation. And some of the animations are a good size, so they look good with even really big icons. So I made it a little bit smaller there. And if I click, there's the animation. And that's basically it. And I can resize this so I don't have all that extra space in the widget container there. We can change the icon size. You can select from over 600 font awesome icons. And if you want to see the different icons, you can just go to Font Awesome, type in Font Awesome in Google, and click here on Font Awesome, and then go to Icons. And then here are all the icons, and they're named the same within the widget. So you can just find the icon here and then select it in the widget. So here, those are the first options, and then you can change the color. So I can change the animation color 1, and then animation color 2, icon before color. We can set it to any colors here and just really customize it. And then I'll go to File, Preview Page, and Browser. And if I click, we can see all the colors have changed. And then here we have this option called Continuous Trigger. If I uncheck this, what happens is we need to click a few more times for the animation to trigger. And let me go back here. Let me Preview Page and Browser. So if I click, the animation plays, and if I click again, it goes off the animation. It goes back to the original state and the original color, and then I have to click again to play the animation. So it's kind of like clicking twice to play the animation, but if you have continuous trigger selected, every time you click the animation, it will play. So here I click, and I can click as many times as I want, and the animation will play. Okay, and then I can select a custom cursor for when you click on the icon, and that will that will give you a custom cursor over the icon. I think I mentioned that. So here we can select from over 20 different icons here, or cursor types here, or we can select an image for the cursor. If you do add an image for the cursor, the image has to be 128 pixels by 128 pixels or less for it to register the image, or to have the image as a cursor. Okay, so there we have that. So if I change this here to progress, and I go to File, Preview Page, and Browser, we have kind of a loading cursor there for the cursor type, and it changes the cursor when you hover over the icon. Okay, so that can be a lot of fun when when kind of customizing the widget. So I'm gonna go ahead and change it back to pointer because I like kind of the finger pointer when I hover over the icon here. So the next thing I'll show is, let's say you have an image, or like you have an image and you want to add that animation to the image when the user clicks on it. So I'm gonna go to my CC libraries and I'll just drag my Muse for You logo right in there, and I'll resize it to, let's say, 150. Let me constrain proportions here, and I'll set it to 150. And now what I can do is I can make this icon transparent. So the icon color before, I can click on the color drop down here, and then for the color box that says none with that red line kind of going across it, I can just click on it, and then it makes the icon transparent. And I can set the icon color after transparent as well. So the icon color before and the icon color after, if I set it to transparent, then there won't be any icon, and then I can just place the animation over the image, and then I'll go to File, Preview Page in Browser, and I'll click. And one thing that I didn't do is I didn't send the image to the back. So if I click Arrange, Send to Back, or the other thing I could do is just click on the widget and click Arrange and Bring to Front. I could do that as well. So actually I'll undo that. So if I click on the widget, I right click, Arrange, Bring to Front, and now the widget is on top, and we need it to be on top so that when we click, that click registers in the widget and that animation plays. So if I click, we can see we have an animation over the image, and we don't see we don't see any icon there. All right, so those are kind of some of the basic setups of the widget. Now I'll get into more of some of the interesting things, or those things are pretty cool, but I'll get into more things you can do with it. So I'll go into the library panel, and let's say I want to combine a few of these animations. So I want to combine animation 1 with animation 7. So what I'll do is I'll click on Join Animation, and I'll bring it in here, and I can place this icon pretty much anywhere, or this widget anywhere, kind of, like there. And let's say I want to join animation 10, so I'll bring that in here, and we'll do animation 12. So I have 3 animations that I'm going to join together, and there's actually 4. There's 1, there's 7, 10, and 12. So if I go to File, Preview Page in Browser, and I click, we have this really kind of crazy animation, which is a lot of fun. So I'm clicking on the logo, and everything is animating really well. So I'm going to take off this first animation because I customized the color, and I'm just going to bring it back in and just place it again here, and then I'll make these colors transparent. Okay, so I'll go to File, Preview Page in Browser, and I click, and we have this really cool animation over the icon. And the other thing you can do with this widget, let's say I bring in the anchor point scrolling widget. So I'll bring that in. I'll just find it here. Anchor point scrolling. I clicked on the widget that I haven't converted yet. So I'll go to anchor point scrolling right up here, if I can find it. Anchor, here it is. It was on top, and I could type it in here to find it faster too. So I'll just click, hold, and drag and place onto my Adobe Muse website, and there I have it. This is not necessary, but I do like some of the animations in the anchor point scrolling. So let's say I create a section, and I'll just color this any color. Sure, we'll do something like that. That color looks good. And I'll just bring it down here, and I'll go to I'll create an anchor point. So I'll go to the anchor point tool here to the left. I'll create an anchor, and I'll call it anchor 1, and I'll click here, and I'll click on the widget here, the container here, and then here in the hyperlink section, I'll click on anchor 1. So now I'll preview in the browser, let me go to File, Preview Page in Browser, and I click, and it goes there. So I have to set the anchor point scrolling to 1000 so that it doesn't override Adobe Muse's anchor points scrolling. So I click, and there it goes. So I think I'm trying to transition into this cool idea of creating a menu out of the out of the icon animations. So let me just move this image over here kind of to the top, and I'm gonna move this icon right up here, and I'm gonna pin it to the top with the pin option. So I'll pin it to the top, and we'll do the top middle there. So now if I go to File, Preview Page in Browser, and I click, it scrolls to that anchor point, and let me bring the icon back in. So let me set it to here. Let's just bring it back in here. Yeah, I've done some customization there with the color, so I just want to bring back the original color. So I'll select Icon Animation 1, and I'll do something like this, and I'll pin it to the top center, and I'll go to File, Preview Page in Browser, and then I'll click. And first I have to link it to the anchor point, kind of jumping a little bit here, but I'll go to File, Preview Page in Browser, and I click, and it goes to that section. So I can bring this down a little bit. So what I'm trying to kind of showcase is that you can have a menu, a really cool kind of icon menu that kind of explodes every time a user clicks on it, and have a really fun and interesting website that kind of engages the user in that way. Just an idea. You don't have to use it that way, but just an idea I had. Okay, so one thing that I kind of didn't mention, kind of skipped over, but it's very important, is this instance number here. So let's say I have multiple icons. So let's say I bring in icon animation 6 here. So we have icon animation 6, and if I preview in the browser, I go to File, Preview Page in Browser, and I click, nothing happens. One has more animation to it, but the second one doesn't have any doesn't animate when you click on it. So if I click on it, what we need to do here is change the instance number. For every unique animation widget, icon animation widget that you add to your website, you need to change the instance number. So here I'll change the instance number 2, and now if I go to File, Preview Page in Browser, and I click, we now have that animation on the second one here. Okay, and the other thing, when I brought in those the join animations, when I combined them, they're combined because they all have the same instance number. So here we can see it's instance number 1, instance number 1, and instance number 1, and this one is instance number 1 here. So if I were to change all of these to 2, they would combine with the widget that has instance number 2. So as you can see, you can mix and match a lot of these animations. So I'll go to File, Preview Page in Browser. Now if I click on 2, 2 has that animation, and 1 just has that single animation. All right, so this is all done with instance numbers, and that's a pretty key point with this widget. Yeah, and using it is that the instance numbers, you'll want a unique one for each new animation that you add, and then when you want to combine animations, the animations that you want to combine all have to have the same instance number that you want to combine the icon with, if I said that correctly. But basically, if I want to combine all these with 2, I'll change all the instance numbers of these to 2. And for instance, if I set this one to 1 and this one to 1, and I go to File, Preview Page in Browser, now 1 has a few of those combined, and 2 has a couple combined there. All right, and you don't want to put them too close together because the clicking might overlap there. But here, I'll move it here, and I'll have here another one, and I'll pin it to the top. Let me move them down a little bit. So let's say I just had like a menu, and I'll bring one more in. I'll bring 11 in here, right there, and we'll give it the instance number 3, and I'll pin it to the top, and I'll change these icons to pretty much anything. Let's change it to book, and or maybe not Chrome. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do File. Cool. And sure, comment. All right, so we have 3 icons. And if I go to File, Preview Page in Browser, and I click, we have those animations for each of those icons. All right, very nice. And I could I clicked a little bit too much there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that one has a few of the animations combined. So I'm just gonna kind of do this for fun, just kind of create a little one-page scrolling website with these icons. And let me paste in there. And I'll scroll this down right there. And I'll create some anchor points. Anchor 2 and anchor 3. Okay, let me just align everything here. I'll click align center, align to content area, and here let me move this logo, or actually let me go to my layers panel and just kind of do that, remove it from the layer there, and I'll center this. Looks good. And I'm gonna take these extra animations off there. And then for the anchor point scrolling, we'll just have a nice easing. So we'll do ease in expo, and I'll assign these to the anchor points. Okay, and I could probably change the colors of these. I'm gonna go to my CC libraries and do something like that, and like that. Okay, so now I'll go to File, Preview Page, and Browser. And if I click, it goes there, and I have to bring all the icons to the front. Arrange, bring to front, File, Preview Page, and Browser. If I click, it goes to that section, goes to that section, and I need a little bit more scroll space down here. So I'll bring that down like this, and I'll go to File, nope, not Site Properties. I'll go to File, Preview, Site, and Browser, or Page. Okay, so if we notice, we can't really see this one here when I click on it. Oh wait, no, never mind. Yeah, so that looks good. The other thing I might want to do is make these icons smaller. So I'll go to the widget. I'll make them smaller in here and set it to 3. Set it to 3 in here, and then I'll create a white background. So let me zoom in. Not that much, I'll zoom out. And I'll create a rectangle for the header right up here. I'll color it white. And then I'll bring these icons on top. Like that. I'll arrange. Here, let me arrange, bring to front. I'll put them on top there. And let me remove some of the widget spacing. Okay, and I'll move them down a little bit more so that the animation has room to play. All right, so I'm just kind of showing an example here. So I'll go to File, Preview. Okay, went to Site and Browser. If I click, we have that menu, and this should be white and in front of everything. So let me go to my Layers panel, rectangle. Okay, let's see. Did I pin this to the top? Oh no, I have to pin this this white triangle to the top as well. So I'll go to File, Preview Page, and Browser. And there we have that really interesting menu. And you could even write like text next to these icons, or you could not have text or icons at all, just make them transparent. And I'm gonna go through this quickly because I know this video is getting longer now. But there's a lot of fun things you can do with this widget and really add a lot of animation to your website. So I'll just create some text, and I'll say menu item 1, or say about. Yeah, about. I'll center this, make it 24, and just pick a cool font here, or we'll say Lato. And now if I place this here, and I bring the icon in front, arrange, bring to front, and I place this text right here, and I go to File, Preview Page, and Browser, we can see it says About, and if I click, it goes to that section. And let me pin this as well. Go to File, Preview Page, and Browser, click About, and it goes to that section. So you can add it over text and really have an interesting menu there for your website where the user clicks, and it has that really cool animation. And you can make this clickable area bigger by setting the icon size to, you know, bigger, and it'll make, or you could just make the clickable area bigger. So I'll go to File, Preview Page, and Browser, and I click, and there we go. So we want to make sure it's centered too. So it's just kind of playing around with it, making sure it's centered and that it's centered over your element in Adobe Muse. So it actually looked good when it was at 3. So I'm going to do that, and we'll see how that looks. Preview Page and Browser, click. Okay, so I kind of messed with the alignment a little bit, so I might need to see the icon so I can see where the icon is centered. So there's the icon, and if I go to Text and Align Center, it puts the icon in the center of the widget container. So these are just little tips I'm going over just so you can, you know, really work with the widget and, you know, make the most of it or use it in a really cool way on your Adobe Muse website. All right, I'll go to File, Preview Page, and Browser, and if I click, perfect. There we go. That one's transparent. This one isn't. I think I've covered everything for this widget. I know I kind of jumped around a little bit. I think I'm just kind of excited about it, or just wanted to give as much information as I could about it, so that when you use it for your Adobe Muse website. Again, these animations are really great. They're very fluid. They work across all browsers, and it works on mobile, and when you tap on it, it works as well. Yeah, and you can change all the colors, and yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything. The big or an important piece of the widget, important part of it, is changing the instance number every time you want to add a new one. And you can combine multiple animations by bringing in the first animation and then selecting join animation, the join animation widgets, and making sure they have the same instance number. So just as a conclusion for this video tutorial, I'm just going to create one icon with all the animations in it so we can just see how cool it looks and just have a lot of fun with it. So I'll go to my library panel, and I'll click on icon animation 1, and then for the join animations, I'll select all of them. So I'll hold down Shift and like so, and I'll click, hold, and drag and place onto my Adobe Muse website. Oh no, I have to do it one by one. All right, so let me do that, and I'll come right back after I've added all of them. Okay, so here I've added all the animations, and I'll just center this, the first animation here, the main one. I've added all the animations, and I've added the add first here at the top. So I'll go to File, Preview Page, and Browser, and if I click on the icon, we just have this crazy explosion of animations, and I'll bring it down a little bit. I'll go to File, Preview Page, and Browser, and there are all the animations combined. Okay, so as you can see, it's really fun. You can combine as many animations as you want and just really kind of play with the combinations and the colors of the animations. So that's pretty much it for this video tutorial. I wanted to end it with that, all of them combined, and just kind of show you that you can combine all of them, and just looks like just really interesting animations. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video tutorial. Again, to access this widget, you simply go to museforYouShop.com, and actually let me close some windows here. I have a bunch opened, so let me close that, reopen it. I'll go to museforYouShop.com, and then here you can click on the pop-up, and here you can click subscribe to get access to all widgets and any new widgets I come out with for $39 a year. Or if you'd like to subscribe with PayPal, you can click here and subscribe with PayPal. If you'd like to purchase the widget individually, you can click here on icon animation, and then here you can click on add to cart to purchase individually, or you can click here and get access to all widgets and any new widgets I come out with for $39 a year. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this video tutorial. Again, I do this to help you build awesome websites without code. If you like this video tutorial, you can subscribe below. Also in the show more section below are links to other resources and links to museforYouShop.com. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video tutorial. Thank you.